Okay, so welcome to Splitsville, brought to you by Rec Boards. We're here with the infamous Lars Andrews. Thanks so much for a great half week.
Pleasure.
Tell us about what we did.
Well, you guys arrived after a big southwest pineapple came through. Typically that just snows here, which is why we get so much snow on those big pineapples. But the issue with that one was there was lots of warm air aloft, so we got nuked at about 40 minutes of rain, which annihilated the snowpack right to the top of the mountains. Not the snowpack, but the surface of the snow, which is really all that matters, right? And so, yeah, it made the skiing challenging, definitely, and travel challenging-ish. So the goal with that is just to shift to kind of change expectations and things like that. So steep terrain, mountaineering, things like that. We had the stability to go into some steep terrain, so I did the Cool R Tour of 2015.
Yeah, spectacular.
Yeah.
The conditions you said are some of the worst you've seen, and yet we find ourselves doing steep cool hours, boot packing up things.
Yeah.
The place provides.
Yes.
Like non-stop.
Yeah, I mean, part of it's knowing the terrain so well, and so understanding what it's capable of producing, and then drawing the line through it, you know, and making sure that people are getting, for the conditions, the best possible experience. And of course, you guys are all strong riders, and so it's easy to kind of challenge people in ways where maybe they won't get challenged on their own, or it's not, those options are open for them in other scenarios. So for us, it's like just dealing with that, and also managing expectations. Like, it's not going to be perfect every time people come up. This definitely is probably the absolute most challenging surface conditions I've ever dealt with. But you know, if you juxtapose that against something like instabilities and things like that, this is much easier to manage. Instabilities sometimes have a greater effect on where you can go on the terrain you can go into. So for instance, last year, mid-February, when the instability was at its height, we weren't able to go anywhere. So we basically ski tracks in perfect snow. So, you know, I think frustrating wise, it's probably more frustrating to do that than it is to go and be able to actually move amongst the mountains with some freedom, and then be challenged in ways that maybe you wouldn't be challenged otherwise. Yeah.
Well, we didn't get a taste of the tree riding that's now getting pretty legendary around here too.
Yeah, definitely. There's been over the years we've kind of developed a whole bunch of tree runs here that in almost interior quality tree skiing, and so that's been really fun for me, and it's fun for me to go. I love skiing the trees, and so it's
right on.
Special. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much. And where can people find more information about Whitecap Alpine?
Whitecapalpine.ca is the website. That's the best source of information. Whitecap on Instagram is our Instagram account, and Whitecap Alpine is our Facebook account. So yeah, have a look. It's a pretty interesting spot.
Indeed. Thanks again. Cheers.